It's important that you all should know I make no claims to be something that what my advice is going to be worth anything. Anyone should do their own work. And I also have had history since 1975, a number of major mistakes as a result of which I've had considerable volatility in my results. And so therefore, once again, do your own work. One of the reasons I'm enjoying making these videos is that more and more people are listening in, and we thank you for that very much. I don't know if I've gotten into it in great detail, but a large part of my background has to do with history and geography. I'm fascinated by geography, and that ties into my request that more of you tell me where you're from, what country or what state in the country are you from in your comments, because this is an area that is of great interest to me. There are certain times where events conspire to cause this speculator to say, boy, here's an opportunity that's quite unusual. And that's what I feel about the SOFR puts, thinking that interest rates can move up higher. And this is the way, through SOFR puts, to not only have no downside other than you can buy a SOFR put right now, like a 94.5 SOFR put for $100, and if they go into the money by 1%, from whatever 5% to 6%, whatever, then that $100 goes up at least to 1,000. And this is where we are now. Why? Well, of course, it starts with the Iran war, when since that time there's been a surge in interest rates. And the reason, of course, was that people are saying, appropriately so, that when cuts off trade through the Straits of Hormuz, why, guess what happens to the price of oil, which in fact is the case. It's gone from $60 a barrel up to well over 100, depending upon the market you're in. So that's has the effect of causing all the financial analysts to say, well, this is going to mean higher inflation in the U.S. So that's part of the process. Third, we had the and say, well, gee, because of the war, we would like to get from Congress another $200 billion to borrow. So you have more debt coming in. How are they going to pay for the debt? They have to borrow the money. How do they get the buyers of treasuries to give them the money? Well, interest rates go up there. And then on top of that, I think I've read that the amount of national debt just hit over 39 trillion. So you put all those together, and I think we have, at least for a couple of weeks, a particularly easy way for interest rates to go higher, which means if you own puts on SOFR, those go up and could go up very dramatically. So putting all that together, I think that is my pound on the table, or if I had my normal smoothie, I would be toasting to higher interest rates, and I think that's going to be a major part of the process. So my recommendation is you consider buying. I like the puts that are really cheap. In this case, the last I've looked is the 94.5 put for December, and the cost of that is around $100. And so my recommendation would be to those of you who still have some speculative fire in the belly, why you might consider buying some of those puts. If you want a copy of my book, The Speculator's Mosaic, just check below, or it can also be bought on Amazon.